Fine, that's fine. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of TMI Tuesdays. I am your host.
Off to a great start, boys. Off to a great start.
I can't, bro. I can't. Because I know what you were going to say. I can't.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, come on. All right, so I am your host, Tonk7. I got my man, Culler on the commentary here.
Also known as your Tonk7.
Valentine's Day is only 6 months away. 8 months.
How you doing, Toast7?
Not bad, man. Not bad.
I'm your co-honk.
It's finally almost starting to warm up here. So by July 5th, we could officially say it's summertime here. But it feels good to be here. I missed last week. I just been so busy, just dealing with a lot of stuff, work and life and stuff like that. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you for TFTG holding it down for me. I appreciate it a lot. I try to bring good content. I try to bring good conversations. So it's probably why they keep me around. Plus, I've known Capitan since we were smaller than babies. So, and just like always, throughout the week, we got all our shows starting. Got to start the week off right with your boy Tonk7, TMI Tuesdays between 9 and 10 p.m. starting. And then we got Culler commentary. His show is definitely every Thursday at 10 p.m., but he's been doing a lot of other stuff too. You might even see him sipping coffee at various times of the day. So that's Culler commentary, holding it down. And then we got my man Ali, Saturdays, 10 p.m. Late night exhale. My man Ali, he got more Persians than the movie 300. And Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we got El Capitan in here talking about sports, talking about news, pretty much anything that's affecting direct sports, usually most of the time football, Dolphin-centric. That's the creator of this, so he's always going to be in here doing his thing. And thanks for the support. Remember to like, follow, share. Fanatics is one of our partners. There's a link at the bottom. And then we have also our own gear. Where's my hat at? I just had it 10 seconds ago. This is one of the hats. It's pretty nice. I want to order me a shirt next and the flag. So that flag looks really cool. So I'm going to probably order that next. And then I'm looking at maybe a shirt too. There's the flag. It looks pretty nice. I'm excited for that. And then the shirt, well, that's the tank top. We have sandals, tank tops, beanie, sweater, hats, shirts, and a flag. And then the shirt just has this little symbol on it. So, and then we just partnered up with this company called The Back Room. And it's kind of like
Backroom Collection.
Backroom Collections. It's more about quality merchandise. It's a lot of it is custom made. So if you're looking for something custom made, really nice to go in a game room or your man cave, Backroom Collection, we got a 10% discount if you use hashtag TFTG or whatever it says when you're purchasing, wherever it says,
Yeah, you got it. You're right.
coupon.
They'll have an offer code. You just put the hashtag TFTG.
TFTG, hashtag TFTG. So yeah, that's a brand new
They're for the
partnership.
cultured honk.
They're for the cultured
Honk.
The colored honk.
That's the incredible honk to you. And so, you know, if you got a Gino to spend on something really nice, you could probably do it there. And so, yeah, that's a brand new partnership too. I don't even think I've done this. Is the first episode I've done where we had them as a partner. So we got 2 partnerships now and our own gear. We're growing and we're happy to be here. What's up, caller? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Appreciate you seeing you tonight, man.
Give me 1 second real quick.
Oh, no problem. And thanks everybody for being here. See a few of you in chat. Dolphin Dawn, Shake Money, always coming in. Fellow Gator fan with Tonk there. Adam, Aqua, how you doing, Aqua? Stream. Oh wait, that's the.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, man.
So yes, so we got a good lineup for you tonight. Nice set of topics that are going on in sports nowadays. So we're in the summertime. We're done with basketball. Women's basketball is still going on. We got soccer. We got baseball. I've already been to a couple Mariners games, so it's looking good. And so to kick it off, though, I was just searching around today when I was looking for articles to talk about, and I saw this article. It was on actually Fox News website, and it says children who play team sports tend to have better mental health outcomes than kids who don't. And being a kid who did play sports and having friends who played sports, and then just knowing sports, I could definitely attest to that and definitely agree with it 100%. Now, this is just on the aspect of mental health and kind of how kids are in socially, regardless of what sport it is, having your kid involved with whatever kind of sport, if it's a girl cheerleading, softball, soccer, boy soccer, baseball, little league, it's really good, and it allows them to socialize on a different level because they're competing together. So they kind of learn to work together and to get to know each other a little differently than like in a classroom or a playground. But when I saw this, it was really nice that they actually did a study on it. I can't believe I mean, there had been studies like this in the past already, but it said children who participated in sports, team sports, show fewer signs of anxiety, depression, withdrawal, social or attention problems. And a lot of that can be attributed to kids just need to be active. How many kids can sit still for a long period of time? They want to run, they want to jump, they want to play, and then having that energy, and then framing it around a sport and having them compete together, get to know each other and stuff. It builds a better person. And I actually know this for myself. I mean, some things when I was real young, I only listened to like some types of music. I didn't listen to a lot of music, different genres. And a couple of kids that are on my baseball team showed me different genres of music. And I was like, wow, this stuff is really awesome. I've been listening to it ever since. And so, you could just have impacts that, children can get impacted in such a good way when it comes to sports. It's just a good way to wear out a kid. And it just teaches you how to work together, how to practice, how to participate. And that's probably why, me and El Capitan and, we always got along well because we love sports, trading football cards, baseball cards. And then just
you have an immediate understanding with each other, an immediate camaraderie, or a kindred spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean,
And for me, it's really about, to me, I think there's a very important lesson that humans need to learn as they're maturing in life. And that's how to put how to be a part of, and it's something they need to do to experience is being a part of something bigger than themselves.
I literally
I think that's fundamentally that's something that humans have to experience and understand, is how to be and accept having to be part of something that's bigger than yourself. And that's really what sports kind of, I mean, not just sports, but sports inherently, you know.
Yeah, I have a picture right now. I wanted to show you guys, but I can't get it off baseball.
The wall. But, you
know. I have a picture right here of me playing baseball, but I can't get it off of the wall, so whatever.
Yeah, that was a joke, by the way, the baseball thing. Yeah. We know it's a selfish sport. We know it's all of everybody's for themselves in baseball. Unless you happen to be on a championship contending team, because then they do want to do for each other. You know what I mean?
I can almost agree with that when it comes to these big, huge contracts that players take in baseball. But, and you could have, it's almost like base basketball in a sense where you can have such an immediate, make such a difference as a player on a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get someone that hits a lot of home runs compared to someone who doesn't hit a lot of home runs,
right,
can have just an immediate difference. And
yeah, I guess at the professional level is really what I was talking about, because these guys just like, some of them just don't. Hey, if I'm making $600 million over 10 years, what do I care if we win or lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I honestly don't like that. I don't want people to not make money, but I've never seen a team do very well after they pay players that much money. I've never seen it. I've never seen a team go win a Super Bowl after they give a player hundreds of millions of dollars for 5-6 years. I've never seen it happen. And if you have, what?
Let me ask you this.
I haven't seen it.
I've got to do it. Let's say you were to do something like that, right? You've decided for some reason you're going to go outside your norm and you're going to do something like that. Would you let that guy return punts?
I don't know who you're talking to.
Just yes or no. Any situation. Take names off of it. I want to get a raw answer from somebody that hasn't been involved with the debate.
What do you mean return punts?
Like if you spent all that money on that type of player and they were, let's say, a wide receiver, big star on offense, would you let them return punts?
I mean, if that's one of his roles of the team.
Well, that's the question. It's not really, but not
let's give, for instance, like Deion Sanders or Reggie Bush, who got a lot of
how about like Tyreek Hill?
Okay, he receives punts?
No, not since he was a rookie or first couple of years, and very rarely.
So what is your question?
Would you let him return punts after spending all that money on him?
Depends on, I mean, if that's one of the roles he signed up to play.
Fair enough.
I mean,
all right.
I'm not going to not put a player in because of how much we paid him. Now, if it was the
Culler fucking dive bombed right on your bullshit right away, trying to fucking slip it in here like I wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna not let the guy fucking do it because he's been paid. Fuck out of here with that. Yeah, that's right.
If you honestly won, you honestly won. No. If you honestly won, you honestly won. And I was looking for an honest answer for somebody that was outside the debate, and he gave it. So take your W and get your ass back in the back.
W like Webb. Now, if it's like the fourth quarter and we're up by 20, no, you don't need to return a punt. Okay? But if we need you out there to return that punt, this is what you're paid for. But anyways, children in sports is great. And I'm so glad that they did a study on this. I can't believe it hasn't really, I don't know. It had to have been studied before, but I just saw the article today. And I'm not talking about like sports, I mean, kids get injured. Football is definitely more brutal than baseball. And, you know, girls who do gymnastics and I think they're called flyers, or the girls that get thrown in the air. That's, of course, way more, you know, dangerous than certain things. But I'm just saying, in general, having your child involved in sports in general is just really good. You learn a lot from each other. And because, I mean, you just have different challenges than you would like in a school.
I always say this.
You can learn leadership skills, all kinds of stuff. Yep.
I always say this, you know, sports teaches you how to lose, how at times you could do everything right and be perfect on that day and still lose. And that you can hang your head high. And that's something in life that translates more than anything to me. It's the wins are great. The camaraderie is great. And that's kind of why, you know, we have shit like this. Honestly, it's you miss the locker room nonsense or whatever. But to me, the most important part was learning how to accept failure and just go, well, I didn't make it today. I got beat. It wasn't my fault. It was somebody else's fault, but that's just how it goes. And you're not mad at that person. You're not mad at yourself. You just live with it and move on.
See, I wouldn't have been able to take it just now if I didn't have sports in my life when I was growing up.
Exactly. And some people out there, you could tell that when they ain't been around sports like that because they can't admit to being wrong or lost.
Well, I wasn't wrong, but I can see that your position is the better one.
So another thing is just winning with your teammates is also amazing too. My last year I played baseball. I had to stop playing baseball because I came down with joint problems in both my knees. But the last season I played at baseball, we actually won a championship for that league of baseball. And man, that was so much fun. It was actually the first game that I hit the ball. I got a double. And I scored a home run. And after that, and just having my teammates there and everything, and the coach there is so much fun. You know, it's a lot different than winning on your own, because winning on your own, like you did it completely on your own, it's more of a quiet, award and celebration. But when you have a team, it's just bigger and better and just more fun. And you can talk about it with more people because there were so many there. Thank you for everyone already in the comments. I'm noticing the green names. Is that the people that are actually the subscribers?
The green is the members.
The members, yes.
Yeah.
So we have a new program that you can be a member.
Join members. It's 3 tiers. You can be an Amigo, Familia, or TFTG VIP.
Nice. And I'm seeing, so it looks like the guys in green. Thank you, Shake Money. Let's see. Joe Levesque. Is that how you say it, Dustin? Thank you. And thank you for everybody already in here chatting it up, chomping it up. And like a true Gator fan, chomping it up, baby. So anyways, I just scrolled down a little bit more on this article, and it talked about this research started since COVID-19. So that's probably why this research started, was because when COVID first hit, everything shut down and everyone kind of got isolated. So it was a good time to start having studies like that done. So that's very interesting, because I was wondering, like, why now did they started doing studies? I mean, kids been in sports since forever. You know what I mean? But we've never, as far as like a planet at the same time, dealt with something like that. It was so planetary. You know what I mean? Like, it affected the entire world at the same time. So I think that's probably why these studies started happening, was because everybody was affected by it. And
that's what the prefix pan means.
Oh, pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh, like all?
Mm-hmm. Like all, like
right.
All encompassing, like global.
Yeah. All right. So what we got next?
Across is what it actually means. Like across is actually what it means. But in the respect of the pandemic, you're talking about across the globe.
So when I first sent Capitan over the list of the rundown, he's like, "Did you put the guy in there, the quarterback guy?" I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, was that him? Is the guy Marlon Briscoe? I was like, yeah, that's him. So Marlon Briscoe was a NFL quarterback. He played for, I think he was first drafted by the Denver Broncos, but he also played on the undefeated Dolphins team in the early 70s or whenever that team was. 72? Was it 72 Dolphins?
Yep.
He died recently, and he was also the first black quarterback to play in the NFL.
Really?
That was yeah. Marlon. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I never even really thought of that. Like, now I want to know, like, who's the first.
Yeah, we always talk about the first one in the Super Bowl and all that, but
yeah, I wonder who like the first.
Nobody
wide
ever
receiver
talks about the
is,
first one that ever played.
But, I mean, quarterback is such like a start. Like, you can't have NFL. You can't have football without a quarterback. I mean, that's like the most important role of the offense, anyways. So that's probably why it was a big deal when a person of color became the quarterback, because it just was unheard of. So he obviously had a great career playing for multiple teams, and to be on the 72 Dolphins, that just must have been amazing to be a part of that team. But he passed away of pneumonia yesterday. And so the article popped up, and I immediately, when I read it and stuff, I immediately screenshotted it, sent it over to Capitan, and I was like, yo, this is going on the show. And he was like, oh, I was going to send that to you. And because, I mean, like, it's funny now, he'll send me stuff, I'll send him stuff, and it's like, yeah, we already both agree that's going to go on the show. To win SB, so you mean the first like black quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, that was Doug Williams from the Washington football team.
Oh, interesting. That was, well, hold on. I thought that was in the 80s when Washington won, the Redskins.
Yeah, Doug Williams.
So how could he be the first?
Because Briscoe was the first. You're saying he was the first one to start at quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, he wasn't a starter in that game.
Or first one to play in the NFL at quarterback?
He was the first black quarterback to play in the NFL.
Right. Doug Williams was the first one to reach the Super Bowl.
As like a starter. So I don't think. Right. I don't know if Briscoe was a starter on the Dolphins. I think it was Bob Greasy was the starter, but he was just on the team. But yeah, so I mean, but still very interesting person. I'm glad it came through my feed and I could learn about him and stuff like that, because that's that must have been amazing to be that player, like in a bittersweet kind of way, or I can't think of the word, but emotional and good at the same time, and a lot of hard work it took for players to make it that far. But rest in peace.
Plus, you never mess with a guy named Briscoe. You know that?
Briscoe. Marlon Briscoe. I mean, figure a guy named Marlon ends up in Miami. I mean, what's going on with that? Like,
oh, speaking of Marlon. Oh, never mind.
I mean, it almost looks like we're talking about Miami with the Marlon Briscoe. Like, but yeah, so interesting person, very accomplished, first one to do something, and that's amazing. What do you think, Culler?
Absolutely. And I'm just pulling up the a little profile on him. He was American pro football's first black starting quarterback and member of the undefeated Dolphins. He's 76 years old, and his nickname was the Magician. Quarterback, pioneer, and member of the Miami Dolphins undefeated team, died of pneumonia on Monday at the age of 76. Briscoe's daughter, Angela Marriott, informed the Associated Press of his death. Nicknamed the Magician, Briscoe was the first American professional football starting black quarterback after being selected by the American Football League's Denver Broncos in 1968. He started 5 games that season while finishing as the runner-up for AFL Rookie of the Year. Briscoe's best performance came against the Bills. Mm-hmm. The Bills as he threw for 335 yards and 4 touchdowns in his second start. You know what to do that back in that day in the 60s? To do something like that on another team as a quarterback? They must have thought, my God, what have we unleashed on this league?
I know, man. It's like sports.
Wow.
Yeah, it must have been cool to be able to watch sports since that long ago. You know how it's evolved, especially with like technology and social media and stuff. And just like Shake Money said, please hit the like button, comment, share. We appreciate it. And that's one of our legit members now. Shake Money.
In the Broncos statement, they kind of adjusted the perspective a little bit. They said, we're heartbroken to learn the passing of former Broncos quarterback Marlon Briscoe. The Broncos said in a statement, Marlon was a pioneer who shattered barriers, making history as the first black starting quarterback in the Super Bowl era. So I guess there was in the professional sport football, there probably was before the NFL existed, or before the Super Bowl era, like before it was the merger and all that.
Yeah.
He paved the way. Oh, that's why they're saying that, because he wasn't a member of the NFL. He was a member of the AFL. So they have to clarify Super Bowl era. You know what I mean? But he paved the way for countless others and created an indelible legacy, including through our Marlon Briscoe Diversity Coaching Fellowship. Our deepest sympathies go out to Marlon's family, friends, and former teammates, and the Fins Tailgate. We at the Fins Tailgate, we absolutely are in agreement with those sentiments and send our condolences to the man's family.
Thank you.
Good job.
What we got next?
Right, bitches?
And somewhere he's laughing his ass off right now. Like, really, Cappy? That's what he's saying. Really, Cappy?
Is that Caitlyn Jenner?
What's that?
I said, was that Caitlyn Jenner?
I'm not sure.
Am I right, bitches?
She's been hitting the gym.
No, that's freaking.
I know who that is. It's Thor or Chris Hemsworth. So what's all right? So yes, look at this. And actually, I wouldn't be opposed to this. Go figure. Guys speaking about sports as a commentator almost. So a lot like watching sports growing up. Sometimes we get annoyed at this, at the announcers. It's just like, all right.
I'm sorry, Tonk. I don't mean to interrupt. I really apologize for interrupting so abruptly. But I did miss something in that last report. That is a little that maybe I think our Dolphin fans would love to hear.
Do it.
Briscoe asked for his release the following season after he wasn't given a chance to compete to be Broncos starting quarterback. Excuse me. He quickly caught on with the Bills, where in 1970 he earned Pro Bowl honors as a receiver after catching 57 passes for 1,036 yards and 8 touchdowns in 14 games. Briscoe's best game that season came against the Dolphins, as he caught 7 passes for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns in Buffalo's Week 5 loss to the eventual AFC champions. So he did this against our 1972 defense. That was 1970.
He had that game and they lost.
Yeah, exactly.
You said he received the ball?
Yeah, he was Buffalo's receiver. So his performance against Miami clearly caught the attention of Dolphins coach Don Shula, who traded for Briscoe before the start of the 1972 season. Playing alongside
he played quarterback and wide receiver?
He changed to wide receiver after he left Denver.
Yeah, he was Dolphins wide receiver, but he was the Broncos quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, well,
so his performance,
that's why he was the Magic Man.
Right. His performance against Miami clearly caught the attention of Dolphins coach Don Shula, who traded for Briscoe before the start of the 72 season. Playing alongside Hall of Fame wideout Paul Warfield, Briscoe led the Dolphins in touchdown catches during the regular season while helping Miami complete a perfect season in 1973. Briscoe led the Dolphins in receptions as Miami won back-to-back titles. He caught 2 passes in Miami's 24-7 win over Washington in Super Bowl VIII.
Yeah.
He once
It's
threw
so
the ball
funny.
to
He
himself,
would be like the
right?
first quarterback to actually do something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if Og was making a joke there, but it's perfectly plausible. If Brett Favre did it, this guy could do it.
And that reminds me, like when Tim Tebow was playing for the Gators, me and Capitan were talking on the phone, and he's like talking about because the Gators were winning. I was like, yeah, Tebow he'll just throw the ball into the air real high and run and catch the ball. So that's crazy, dude. That's crazy to go from quarterback to wide receiver. I mean,
and I didn't realize he was such an integral part to our two championships like that.
Yeah, that's
leading our team in touchdowns. I mean,
to do both at that level, okay, he did both at that level.
Mm-hmm. Good dude.
That's crazy to be a wide receiver.
R.I.P. my friend.
And a starting wide receiver and a starting quarterback in the AFL, NFL, whatever. It's all professional. You know what I mean? Those name convention names, like it doesn't matter. Like that is amazing. No, like he is a Magic Man. That's crazy. I wonder if his I don't think they have his like name on the
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Good question.
I mean, if they did, I didn't realize, you know what I mean?
Another fact about him is he broke almost every rookie quarterback record for the Broncos when he played quarterback with them. Boom.
Amazing. Wow. That's crazy. We never heard about him before. I mean, if it wasn't for that art, I mean, even watching PTI, I framed this show around my favorite show, PTI. That's like my all-time favorite show. On there, I've never even heard of Marlon Briscoe. I think I would have remembered, especially if you went from quarterback to wide receiver. I don't know, but that's cool.
I'm really glad Briscoe,
I'm glad
a day made for wide receivers.
It sucks that he had to die for us to like know who he is. The poor guy. He's like did something that nobody else did before him, and we don't even know who he is.
He helped Miami dance their way to a perfect season in 72.
To what, 18-0 back then?
17-0, yeah.
No, I meant like totally through the playoffs.
Yeah, 17-0.
Oh,
with the Super Bowl and everything.
17. Now you got to go 17 just to get to the playoffs.
I know, it's crazy. Ain't
you know, in reality, in his documentary and stuff like that, because now I've familiarized myself a little bit. He dealt with being, an African American quarterback in the 70s.
Oh, dude, it had been tough.
It really, the profiling of it, which is kind of why, even though he set all those records in Denver, it was, look beyond, and he moved to go onto the Dolphins team. And they, just a trailblazer for African American athletes, if you really want to be real.
Yeah, it's like what's his name? Number 42. Played baseball. Dang, it was Jackie Robinson. Almost Robinson-ish. Okay, well, rest in peace, Marlon. We're happy you got to accomplish all that. Thank you. So before I was happily interrupted by Culler, I was talking about announcerless sports. And the reason why I chose this to talk about is because sometimes when I've been watching
real
games,
quick, just to close the book on his strife. All right. Sorry, Culler.
I'm gonna just let you guys have it.
I just want to say, look, he was runner-up for Rookie of the Year with 14 touchdowns, and the next year he couldn't even get a chance to compete for the starting job. Just to show that when he transitioned to wide receiver and had what he'd had for the Dolphins, just to show, never give up.
We just almost had the Tonks like, fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Before I say anything, is there anything you guys are you finished? Are you finished? Oh, no. Can I finish? Can I finish? Okay, I'm finished.
Leave Brittany alone!
Okay, I'm finished. Like our friend in Canada.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Yo, so Aquavision just brought up a good topic. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But shout out to everybody already in the comments. We got Aquavision, California, Shake Money, Rubber Trainer. Let's see who else. Culler, even Culler's in the comments. He's like, "What up, damn fools?" NFL is lit. That's a tight name. But that's a good topic. AP. Who's AP? Is that Le'Veon Bell from the Steelers? I think Le'Veon Bell played for the Steelers. Who's AP?
Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell boxing match? Dude, I want to see that. I'm
about it.
Aqua, is that who you're talking about?
I am about it.
Is Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell going to throw fucking hands?
I love these boxing matches that have been happening.
I got $50 on Adrian Peterson knocking his ass out. $50. $50
is stacked. I mean, that dude is
Le'Veon Bell's a quitter, bro. He's a fucking quitter, and he just, he allowed to himself.
I mean, I think
out the league.
Yeah,
Adrian Peterson fucking came back after nobody wanted him in the league, and he freaking straight smoked everybody.
Yeah, almost beat the record.
I just know that he came back as an old man, still fucking trucking.
And he
killed it, bro. I think it was like what the Redskins that they were at the time, or the Commanders. Like he went even to like Washington. Like he was bouncing around the league in his mid-30s, still kicking bitches' asses.
Well, he was still on the Vikings when he came close to setting that record for most yards in the season. He was like 5 yards shy of the record. I was watching the game where he almost beat the record. But I mean, he is just more of a athlete, I think, than Le'Veon Bell as far as like working out and stuff like that. But anyways, is the coast clear now to talk about another subject?
Do you want to play what? Okay. Uno. Say hello to my little friend.
That's what happens if you interrupt me a third time. Okay. So I chose this article because I've been someone who sometimes gets annoyed at the announcers. Like, I wish we had more games where you just hear the players talking and the coaches talking to the players and stuff like that. But I guess so. Peacock
talking to El Capitan
is Peacock is a new streaming service. I don't know how many people know about Peacock, but it's kind of like it's kind of like Amazon or Hulu or something like that.
Kind of like the Finn's Tailgate a little bit. Just, a little bit.
So they're saying this next season. So it's for a baseball game. It's for the baseball games. Peacock will not have any announcers in the booth for its streaming coverage of the AL Central matchup from Detroit's Commerce Park. Instead, reporters will take fans around the ballpark and view the game from different vantage points. So I wonder what they're going to have. I mean, unless they're going to have like the microphones on the players or coaches, is it just going to be like quiet? Like, what are you going to have instead of the commentators?
Baseball.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
So we just want to be the ultimate fans experience has been like anyone else. But we're not going to be at the game. What about the people not at the game? I don't know. I guess maybe I should.
I mean,
so on July 3rd, so that's Sunday, because Monday is the 4th of July. So Sunday on Peacock, the Kansas City Royals and Detroit Tigers will not have any announcers. So I'm interested in who they're going to actually have. I don't think I have Peacock. I don't know if some you have to pay monthly, but I'd like to see what they do instead. Yeah, like Aquavision said, I've seen that before where they had I forgot what game or whatever I was watching. Maybe it was like NFL Films or something like that behind the scenes where you hear the players talking to the coaches and stuff. That sounds like really interesting. I mean, imagine how much you would be able to learn by listening to the players and coaches talk to each other, plays and this and that. But I don't know. I'm looking right now, I'm reading. I don't know what they're gonna do. Actually, like I'm curious.
Well, I already watch announcerless football, so.
Well, you just mute it.
Oh yeah.
I feel you, dude. Sometimes it's just like, shut up.
There ain't nothing they're gonna tell me I don't already.
I'm calling the games, dog. What you mean?
Yeah, that's
come watch me and Culler. It's where he got the commentary thing wrong. We're getting it on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I see it. I can if I can learn some stuff, I'm down for it. But I don't need it every game. You know what I mean? And it'd be nice to switch it up. That's all I'm saying. But obviously, they're gonna try that. I'm just curious what they're going to do.
Sometimes I'm sitting there wondering what Kirk Herbstreit's strain he's smoking on is. You know what I mean? Here at the Finn's tailgate, we'll tell you. Just ask me, Culler, what are you smoking on? I'll tell you.
No!
I don't really I don't really have a problem with the NFL commentating.
Curtis nailed me.
But
you know it. He said I sit there and announce it to myself alone in a room. And it's always wins, buddy. It's always wins.
Why do you think you got that microphone covered?
We're scoring way more touchdowns than you all ever get a chance to see when I'm calling the game for myself, man. Y'all didn't even know.
It's just him and a cup of coffee.
We've already been to like 5 Super Bowls in the last 10 years.
Who needs commentary when you got coffee? So
well, if we were Jim Ross, we'd definitely be in the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Damn, am I getting that dry, man? I'm getting tired. Am I getting that dry?
All right, what we got next up before Culler falls asleep standing up?
No, it's my dry ass jokes, man.
All right, what we got?
I don't know.
Cost for Cleats is next.
Don't blame El Capitan. He's tired from getting beat down by my argument.
Yeah, it's like 10:30 for you guys.
I'm tired for carrying the thought of reason, having to clear out the pansy Dolphin fan out of all of you guys to get you guys to understand what it's like to be fucking winners.
I can't sell. I might make $1 more. Oh, gotta put Tyreek on punt return.
Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me?
Gotta get that 1 more yard.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's simple, Brent. You already agreed with me. You would agree with me if I told you it all. It's pretty much, they're like, oh, don't put Tyreek back there. He's too expensive. He could be hurt. He could get his boo-boo. I'm like, let's go ahead. They're gonna save Tyreek for all the playoff football we haven't gotten to yet. God damn it!
What the? See, that's the type of. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I got some alligator tears for y'all.
No, man.
Crank that instead of crank that soldier boy. Crank that gator tear. Crank that gator tear.
So what do you got for cause for cleats?
I'm just trying to be more like a winner, bro.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine.
Nothing wrong with Silver.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
That ain't no lie, Culler. You guys are poison in the water hole.
We got more cutbacks and on the steak. So I went to the NFL Cause for Cleats page, and I decided to click on the Philadelphia Eagles because I haven't done one from them yet. And as I was scrolling down, I saw one of the causes is for autism. and it was for the Eagles Autism Foundation. And then I just kept scrolling, and I saw, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the team. All contribute. Well, their Cause for Cleats contribute to the Eagles Autism Foundation. And this was the first time I actually seen multiple players participating in the same foundation. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then I looked it up, Eagles Autism Foundation, and just scrolling through the first page and, donations and impact report, funding. And then you see some of the Eagles players standing with the groups of people that are also part of the foundation. But this is the first time I've actually seen, like I said, so many players involved in one organization. So it seems like it's something very important to the Eagles. Maybe they have family members of team owners or team members that might have autism. But for this much of the same team to be working on one foundation, it probably impacts them. Not that they shouldn't anyways, but they got Eagles Autism Challenge, Eagles Radiothon, Eagles Huddle Up for Autism, Eagles Raffle. They got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff going on for autism there. That's great. It's podcast, photos, schedule, community. Got a nice big website. Right on. Interesting.
Awesome.
What you got, Culler?
So I went ahead and picked Jeff Okuda from the Detroit Lions. And his cause for cleats is for a community outreach for a group called Books for Africa. Books for Africa, I got their link right here. We'll post it right now. There you go. Books for Africa was founded upon a singular mission to end the book famine in Africa. BFA collects, sorts, and ships books, computers, tablets, and library enhancement materials to every country in Africa. In collaboration with worldwide donors, publishers, and African partners, they provide the tools of empowerment to children and students across Africa. Their vision is Africa rich in readers in classrooms, during leisure time in libraries, and throughout university and prosperous careers. They supply varied, relevant books in English, French, and national languages, computers and tablets with digital content, specialty post-secondary materials, and supplies to create vibrant learning spaces. They remain the largest shipper of donated text and library books to the African continent, shipping over 54 million books to all 55 countries on the African continent since 1988. Last year alone, Books for Africa shipped 3.1 million books and 224 computers and e-readers containing over 885,000 digital books to 28 African countries. More than 3.1 million was raised last year to ship these books to the students of Africa. So it looks like they got them for $1 a book. Just kidding. It's just
all 55 countries. That's crazy.
Well, it's a coincidence. They shipped 3.1 million books, but they also raised $3.1 million. So it was just an interesting coincidence. But they also provide their staff, their leadership and board provide energy and passion for their mission, with an emphasis on organizational commitment to accountability, transparency, and fiscal responsibility, which everybody who donates to certain causes would love to hear. Coming from a wide variety of professional and cultural backgrounds, these individuals are integral to BFA's ongoing development and growth. So there you go. They go on to talk about why books, because the World Bank report emphasizing urgent need to get textbooks to various places, that kind of thing. It's just obviously we don't need somebody to tell us that the statistics favor people in a society when they have books. So ultimately,
that's the first
talk about.
That's the first organization I've heard that actually contributes to all the countries in Africa. I mean, That can't be easy.
Yep.
Because I did an energy audit a couple of weeks ago on a house, and one of the homeowners was from Africa, and I was sitting there with him and his girlfriend, and we were talking about like what countries would be good for me to go visit if I do visit Africa. And some countries just are, they're not, they're difficult countries because of, various reasons, politics, stuff like that. But to actually donate to all those countries that's an amazing feat. Like when you said book Africa, it's like, okay, where in Africa? But all 55 countries,
even the war-torn places, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, some of them like, Egypt, Tunisia, and then Morocco. It's like those are more like Arabian kind of countries, and than other areas in Africa. And then you got South Africa, which is mostly like English kind of civilization. So that's then everything in the middle, and wow, that's
so they're also
really
a 501c3 for anybody interested, nonprofit. And they also got the highest rating from Charity Navigator, which I'm
actually
guessing is a standardized aggregator.
I was not too far away from where I live. I was just in this neighborhood, just hanging out, and I saw these people that were moving stuff in and out of their car, and I just asked them what they were doing. And they actually donate stuff to Africa. Like they were from there, and they work with an organization, and they send clothes back to their home countries in Africa. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like to be this far away. I mean, we're, the East Coast of Florida is still, I mean, of the United States is still really far from Africa, but to be doing it from all the way over here, like that's crazy far. So it's a lot of miles for stuff to travel to accomplish that. And the Lions, Detroit Lions, is not exactly, they're not exactly in New York City or the East Coast either. So,
right.
Isn't Zamunda a language? That's also a country.
No, that's from Black Panther, Zamunda.
Oh no,
isn't it the country from Coming to America? That
I knew it was something like that. Yeah. Welcome to Zamunda.
Yeah, Prince of Zamunda.
They got like elephants in the room.
So is that all we got after Cause for Cleats, or?
Yeah, I mean that was mine.
I got something to share real quick that just kind of popped up. Might interest some people.
Do it.
Look at these apples, everybody.
Secondaries, Ravens. So that's the defense.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolphins number 3?
Per Mike Renner at Pro Football Talk. For all you that think
so that's the defense.
Yeah, for all you that think Mike Florio just hates us.
The Jets are 10. Of course the Jets are 10.
Yeah.
But that's the top. So there's more. I mean, to be in the top 10, that's good. I haven't seen the Jets in the top 10.
No, that's
a long time.
That's a like a projection ranking. That's not last year or nothing, but that's what they rank us at now.
Projection. Yeah. It's like preseason.
Now you tell me how a team that's projected to be third in secondary can't make it to first in the league on defense at least 1 week out of the year. I'll make that bet all day long.
All right. So this article is specific to Ohio State Buckeyes. Ryan Day puts a number on name, image, and likeness cost. Says Buckeyes need $13 million to keep the roster intact. $13 million to keep these kids on the team and get them to play for Ohio State next season. That's a lot of money. And I mean, I'm not judging that amount of money. I just saw it as an article, and this is the first time I've actually seen a monetary amount described since the NIL has kind of taken over. I mean, I knew it was going to be in millions because you have a lot of players, and you got really good players, so they're going to make more. But it's probably some kind of a sliding scale, I guess, on talent, competition, and who's better. But 13 million, and is that on top? So I don't know fully if name, image, and likeness. So you're getting paid to be a player, but do you also get a scholarship to play for the team, go to the school? Do you get both? I don't know if you get both. And I've had that kind of discussion with people actually on here before. I just haven't seen or learned about it yet or looked it up, honestly, if you get both. But I mean, if you're getting $1 million, I don't see how you can really have the kids there without some kind of scholarship. So it's probably a little bit of a scholarship and then money on top of that. But I don't think you would be full both. Like, you probably have a reduction. I'm not exactly sure, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, I think this is the first season that we're actually going to have these monetary amounts come out and talk about these college students making this much money. I mean, 13 million, 500,000, that's, 26 players each. You go to, I don't know how much each player is getting, but $13 million is a lot of money. And is that just the players? It's got to be just the players, because, of course, who works for the team, like the coordinators and the athletic staff and stuff like that, those aren't players. They're not students. They work for Ohio State. So this 13 million is just for the students and the players. $13 million. But this is what NCAA wasn't going to be able to hold their strength on college sports if they didn't allow this to happen. Because big time college teams, SEC, Texas, Ohio State, they could just start their own league. But this is how the NCAA is trying to stay relevant in today's sports. And this is the way it's going. So it is what it is. I mean, I think it is fair because, especially for football, you have, students and players who are putting their bodies on the line, and I mean, how many players we know that have, Robert Griffin III had multiple knee injuries when he was going through school.
Right.
They're tearing up their bodies. And so Nick Saban said that the quarterback, Bryce Young, was approaching 1 million before last season ended. Damn. So this says Athletic reported earlier this year that an unnamed 5-star QB in the 2023 recruiting class has agreed to a deal that could pay up of $8 million. $8 million to play for a school. That's crazy, dude. You could retire after college.
Seems pointless to call it a school, right?
Retire after college.
Seems pretty pointless to call it a school, doesn't it?
It's $8 million. You could if you're smart with your money.
I hope he's taking financial management classes.
Buy yourself a house, buy a car, and just chill.
I know,
you don't need nothing else.
Check the private messages, chat.
You don't need nothing else, kids. Buy a house, buy a car, help out your mom and dad, okay? And don't do nothing else.
Right.
Retire, chill. You don't
even have to play in the NFL if you don't want.
You don't need as much bling that I got on. Maybe a little, but $8 million to play for a school? I don't know how long that is. Is that for 4 years? Is that for 1 year? Sports Illustrated reported in May that the entry point for recruiting in the NIL era is around $5 million.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude. I wonder if it's going to start. I wonder if ticket prices are going to start going up. I mean, because all the other people were making millions of dollars at these schools anyways. They were going to want to keep making millions of dollars. So is ticket prices going to go up? I don't see how it can if gas prices keep going up.
It's amazing.
$8 million. $8 million you don't even have to go to the NFL, dude. Just get your degree and retire. Like, maybe we'll have students staying longer in school and actually get their degrees instead of, going to the NFL. Because that was like, a big motivation before was just get to the NFL. Don't finish your degree. $8 million. Even tuition depends on how long you go and where you go. A couple $100,000 if it's a really expensive school, you're getting a master's or even a bachelor's, but you can pay that off quick. $8 million. That's crazy. It's going to be, and imagine what it's going to be in 5, when Texas and Oklahoma come to the SEC. Those are huge schools. Texas and Oklahoma, you got fans forever for those schools. And you got a lot of big money with those schools. So maybe we won't see an increase in ticket costs. I'm not sure. These teams make a lot of money. But now the money is going to start going actually to the players. So
give them a few bones.
Yeah, hey. I don't have a problem with it.
I have no problem with capitalism working the way capitalism works. And, to people that say, it's going to hurt the NFL because these kids, are going to make all that money in college and then not go to the NFL, then I think it helps because it at some point or another, when you're a great athlete, it shouldn't be about the money. It should be about the competition. It's about the money because you're a fucking professional. But even, guys during I'll give a perfect example for Dolphin fans that can relate with. Emmanuel Ogbah was in contract negotiations all year last year, and he never, and typical to a lot of pro football players, a lot of times they don't want to talk about it. They're like, listen, that's my agent's job. I'm in season. We're talking about football now. Now, when the season's over, they'll talk about it. But during football, they want to concentrate on being a competitor and doing their job proper and not letting their team down and making it happen. So the money could also, look, we got to watch the backlash effect because they're talking about young kids getting money and what they do with that money. And also the type of people that are going to come with them now that A, they want to give them money, or B, want to do something with the money they've got. So there's sharks on all sides. So we got to watch that type of stuff. But yeah,
I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, just finish your degree and retire. You don't spend all your money. Plus we got all those boosters. Every big name school's got boosters that are always paying a bunch of money, donating a bunch of money. So these colleges, the money's there. The money's already there. They're just got more ways to spend it now. And we're gonna see. I don't know if there's a cap. I don't know that much about NIL. Is there a cap? How much can one player make? How much can one team spend? Is there going to be a cap like in professional sports? Yeah, this has opened up a whole haven for new chances, opportunities, and questions and experiences. So I'm kind of excited to see it. If Capitan, like Capitan just said, you might have a star player who does like really, really well, makes a lot of money. He doesn't even go to the NFL. But it allows other players to go. Maybe that weren't that good in college. They didn't make any money. But now they can make it into the NFL because players aren't going because they already got paid. So that might give more chances to other players if you have that kind of outcome. And then we have the XFL on top of that. So it's gonna spark a whole bunch of things. And we're gonna be here to talk about it. And I hope that these kids can stay straight. I hope that this money comes with counseling You know what I mean? Some kind of oversight so that they're not blowing their money, doing, I mean, you give a 20-year-old $8 million, a 19-year-old, you know what I mean? $8 million to a 20-year-old. That could be really dangerous. So I hope that it comes with a lot of counseling, a lot of mentorships. And then maybe these kids don't even need to go to the NFL. They just stay for their college, get educated, and go do something else. But we'll see. I mean, we will see. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this just switches up everything. I mean, Alabama is always going to have a lot of money to spend on their players. Like, football at that school is the thing at that school. So they're always going to have the money. Ohio State, that's one of the biggest universities in the United States, especially when it comes to football. I mean, you got diehard fans for some of these colleges. You got diehard fans, and they got millionaires and billionaires that are sending money to them. And now it's all going to go to the players. So ain't nothing wrong with that. And I don't know. Culler seems like he's busy. He's tired. He's worn out. He's been talking all damn day.
Yeah,
No, I'm here. Hey,
Yeah,
Cap,
I know.
Did you see that tweet I sent you? The reason I sent it to you because I thought you would enjoy the second reply to it.
Oh, I gotta check it again. I was looking at stuff, but I'll check it again.
Yeah, the second person that replied to it's priceless.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what college is turning into. Very interesting. What else do we got? Do we got anything else?
I don't think so.
Is that it? Yeah, it wasn't the longest show tonight, but I'd rather have 5 good topics to talk about than 10 okay topics to talk about. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Culler, I don't know if he has rapid fire. You got any rapid fire for tonight?
I don't have much for tonight.
Oh, you're good, man.
Really at all.
Oh yeah, we already kind of talked about Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell. Talk about that for just 1 minute. If that's a real thing, I'm searching it right now. Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell. For boxing exhibition in July 30th. Heavyweight boxing exhibition. Dude, that's 1 month away, basically a month away. July 30th. That's going to be so awesome. I love these matches. I like when Mayweather fought the Paul brother, and then so it's Logan and Jake, and then Jake Paul doing all those fights. And what's his name? The rapper guy, Blueface.
Who is Jake Paul getting ready to fight? He's getting ready to fight fucking Nate Diaz in a freaking MMA style fight.
MMA?
MMA style. Nate Diaz gonna fuck him up.
Nate Diaz, dude, I love Nate Diaz.
I love Nate Diaz too. Don't get me wrong. The Paul douche is a big dude, and he can fucking throw hands pretty good. But
yeah, no, I don't doubt him as a boxer at all. I mean, he's
got pretty good power.
He's proven himself. I mean,
I don't know about proving himself against great opponents or anything, but I can see he's actually trained.
I mean, he has to start somewhere. I mean, you can't just start
that
out.
I would pay to see Frank Gore fighting the Paul brother. He would knock him.
Frank Gore lost. That was
Frank Gore fought and he won. He just had a boxing fight and just won.
Okay, so but Frank Gore did that wasn't Frank. That was the basketball.
No, it was a basketball player, and he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. They had like a meme where, like, after the next fight, it still showed him laying on the ground. So he's like, Nate still on the mat.
It was Nate something. Yeah, that's fucking funny.
It's after the next fight, Nate's still on the mat. Oh man, I try. Dude, the memes that came out after that fight, dude. Um, but I like these fights. Like a long time ago, the guy who kind of invented jiu-jitsu, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, challenged Muhammad Ali to a fight. And Muhammad Ali turned it down. I am guessing it was in a UFC type setting, or else Muhammad Ali probably would have took the fight. I don't know. It does from what I learned about Muhammad Ali, he didn't turn down from a fight. But in the boxing ring, anyways. But I don't know. Maybe it wasn't in a boxing ring. It was in a what is it? Mixed martial arts ring instead of just boxing. But I mean, imagine how much money that would have made. You know what I mean? Like crazy. But I love what they're doing nowadays, getting these different people to box each other and stuff. Like what the guy, the blue face did. He boxed some kind of YouTube guy. But I think this is great. I think it's good for publicity. I think it's good for social media. Nobody really seems like they're getting hurt, too bad or anything. But it's like, because everyone talks so much crap on the internet, go out there and duke it out. So if Nate Diaz and Jake Paul fight, I'm rooting for Diaz. If it's mixed martial arts, Jake Paul might have one coming. If it's a boxing match, I don't know. It's hard to decide. But if it's mixed martial arts, Nate Diaz is going to take him down. I remember Nate Diaz from he was on the show, the Ultimate Fighter show. I don't know if he won or not. Maybe he did win that show, but I remember him on the show, and I was like, that's my dog right there. And he talks a lot of smack, too. He's not someone who doesn't not talk smack. But now that we got Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell, that's going to be dope. That's going to be really dope. And Jake Paul's going to fight Tyron Woodley. Oh, they already fought twice. And how they're saying he was staged and all that stuff. I hope not. I mean, I don't know if it was staged or not. It seemed kind of staged when he dropped his guard and allowed, where Jake Paul came in and caught him one good time. I don't know, but Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson, that's going to be awesome. I wonder if they're friends. Like, there's a reason that those two specifically are fighting each other?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the article right now. I don't see that they hate each other or anything. Or
it's a good question.
Le'Veon Bell, he played defense?
No, he was a running back. They were both running back.
Running back. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, no rapid Culler is all. He's all.
Other than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, what about
has confirmed that he plans to move on, and there's no reversing that with the Browns.
Where do you think he's going to go?
If I were to guess, I would say it would probably be the place he was always going to go, Carolina.
As a starter or as backup?
Starter.
He'll probably end up going to Carolina for a 1-year deal type of situation. And the reason he's saying that is because the NFL is pushing for an indefinite suspension automatically a year. Now, that's how they always start far and then they'll appeal, probably end up in like a 10-game suspension or something like that. And he don't want to be on the roster to give him 10 games of Baker Mayfield in the meantime. He's like, y'all fucking say goodbye to me, fuck off. And you can't blame him for that.
Yep.
I mean, I hope he goes somewhere and does well. I liked watching Baker Mayfield.
The other thought is your neck of the woods. Maybe you'll get a chance to see him up close.
Oh, in Seattle.
Yeah, they were thinking,
there's been rumors of him going to Seattle.
All we got right now is Geno Smith. Not that Geno Smith ain't that good, but I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Geno Smith. I mean, It's not like it's hot, you know, it's not like it's colder in Seattle. It's not colder than Ohio. Probably sometimes less cold than Ohio. But that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I'd go to one of those games. Interesting. All right, well, let's do the rundown one more time for everybody. And starting out the week with your boy Tonk7, TMI Tuesdays between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern time. And then we got color commentary Thursdays at 10 p.m. And then we got late night exhale with Ali, the Persian, 10 p.m. Saturday nights. And then all throughout the week, we got El Capitan doing his thing. Sometimes Culler's in there doing his thing too. Just keeping sports news going, calling this, chatting about that. Always got a bunch of people on there having conversations. We also have a new membership option now. There's 3 tiers to the membership where you get additional. There's just some different perks that come with that, with being an actual member on top of subscribing. So I could have some more info about that for next time. I'm just really learning about it today, honestly. And then we're partners with Fanatics. Use the link at the bottom that will take you to the Fanatics website. And then we also have our own gear. That flag is brand new. I already got a hat. I'm going to order a shirt soon. The shirt is like this on the front. And I'm going to get that flag too because it looks pretty cool. And, for a cool guy like me. And so, yeah, we're just keeping it real with y'all. Thank you for sharing, commenting, liking, and appreciate all the comments. And I wish everybody, happy 4th of July. That's why I got the shirt up there. You can't really tell. That's why I wore this. It's 4th of July, but not Memorial Day, but still wanted to represent. So hope everybody has a safe 4th of July. Don't be drinking and driving. Okay, call you an Uber. No, ain't nobody ever hating on someone being the designated driver either. Stay safe out there, people, please. We want y'all to return home safe, shoot off your fireworks. Because if you ain't returning home safe, you ain't going to be able to watch my show. So if anything, let that motivate you to make it home safe and practice safe.
And if it don't explode, don't kick it and try to make it blow up.
And
just
if the
throw
wick
some
is,
water on it, leave it alone.
If the wick is this long, don't try to light it, okay? And just stay safe. You can have a lot of fun and stay safe. Me and Capitan been blowing up fireworks our whole lives, and we still got all our hands and fingers. Okay, we've been doing it forever. If we can do it, so can you. So stay
water
safe.
Hoses.
Have
Save
a lot
fingers.
of fun. Stay hydrated. And stay up with your boys at Defense Tailgate.